Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my weekly reading update for February the 25th, 2018. So, this week was not a really good reading week. It was a very odd week. I mean, because we had a lot of weather issues, and I'm not working quite as much on all the days, but there were a couple of days that I did have long days, but the rest of them were pretty short. But it was just weather-wise kind of threw me off, and I said, I kind of think I went into kind of a little reading slump in the middle, but I'll explain that more when I get to that book. So if you guys have seen my reading vlogs, you will already know some of this stuff, but I'm just gonna condense it into one little video for those who don't want to watch the reading vlogs that I totally ramble in. Anyway, so I'll first talk about the books that I completed and the ones I'm in the middle of and what I hope to accomplish in the next week. So again, I am reading all the stuff that I want to read for the BookTube SFF awards that is going on. I'm actually going to do some of the babbles as well, which will be fun. So I started out with all the graphic novel stuff. So I'm going to talk about those first. So on Sunday I finished Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too by Johnny Sun. And this was just cute. I love this book. I mean, I know some people don't like it, but this was adorable, and I really want my own copy now. I really enjoyed this. I just thought it was such a sweet graphic novel, and I really enjoyed this. And again, I got it from my library, but I'm really already thinking about getting my own copy. I just thought it was so cute, and so I really enjoyed that. Then I went and finished Paper Girls Volume 3. So this, I'd read the other two last week, so then I wanted to complete, this is the one that's actually nominated for BookTube SFF, and I didn't like this quite as much as the first two. There weren't quite as many 80s references, and the storyline gets kind of weird, but I still enjoyed it enough that I will definitely be picking up Volume 4 in, I think it's April it comes out. So I am really invested in this series now, and I am enjoying it. So I think it's fun. It's a great kind of time travel-y kind of with 12-year-old girls who are hardcore. I mean, they're awesome. I think they're really done well. And so I really enjoyed this. Just not as much as the first two volumes. I think those ones they were just so much better with the 80s references. But that's just me, because being an 80s kid, you know, I caught like all of them. They were just great. I did also try to read My Favorite Thing is Monsters by Emil Ferris, and now I didn't get along with this. I did read about 20-30 pages of it, and I just got to the point where I was like, I just don't care enough, and it was just so dense, and I don't know, I didn't connect with it, so I just was like, well, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it or not, so I was hoping. The beginning kind of pulled me in, and then it kind of stalled out for me, so I didn't read it. So it's not too big of a deal. It was, again, it's a library book, so I didn't waste any money, so that's a good thing, right? So so those are the graphic novel stuff that I had to, there's one more graphic novel that is for BookTube SFF Awards that I'm getting actually from the library today, so I don't have a copy of it here. So I'm getting Monstrous Volume 2. I can't remember if it's Bad Blood, something. Anyway, the Volume 2. So I will be getting that at the library. So then once I've read that, I've read all of the graphic novels for the BookTube SFF. I mean, I already know what's my top one right now, so I don't know if Monstrous is going to be able to beat that, but because I liked Monstrous last year. I didn't love it, but I liked it enough that I was interested. So as I said, I'll get that, and then hopefully read that this next week. So then I tried to read several books this week. So I did first try to read The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, and I'm sad to say I DNF'd this book. I did get about a third of the way through, but I just didn't care. And it's not that it's bad written, and it's not that it's not a good story. I really think it just wasn't what I wanted to read about. It wasn't enough folklore and fantasy part to this Russian story. Of, you know, it had more political stuff in there than I was expecting. But even when I told myself not to worry about that, I really just got to the point where they're following characters I don't care about. I wanted to follow the little girl. And there was so much other stuff going on. That wasn't what it was. And then there was that spoiler, or not a spoiler, but thing about the new mother or new wife to the young girl's father. That I had never heard that there was anything about her. So that threw my perceptions off, and that also was, it was not for me. It's kind of sad because I bought the book, but I think I'm going to get rid of it, and or give it to somebody. Actually, I'll probably give this to a friend of mine. And maybe they'll like it better than I just didn't connect with it, and it was kind of sad. It's sad when a book that everybody seems to like, and again, this was nominated on 2 categories. It's in the best debut as well as the best fantasy novel in the BookTube SFF, and I did not like it, which is kind of sad. I mean, I don't feel like I read very controversially, like don't go against, but this, I guess I just didn't like it. I did try to read another library book, I'm just going to put it out there, is Lily and the Octopus by Stephen Rowley, and this didn't work out for me either. I didn't get very far, so I'm not saying I gave it a huge chance, it just wasn't for me. So that was just a library book that I heard some people talk about it, and I was wanting a sweet read, and it didn't work out for me. So what I did is I went and found a book. We had some really bad weather, so I picked up one of my old favorite kind of, this is a contemporary romance called Rock Hard by Nalini Singh. Again, she's one of my favorite paranormal romance authors. Well, anything, you know, she's awesome. Anyway, but this is her contemporary series, the Rock Kiss series, and this is book 2. And right now, I don't have a picture of it here, but I am listening to Rock Addiction, which is the first book. I'm almost done with that. I should probably finish that probably Monday or Tuesday in my car. I picked up the second book. This is the only one I have physically. I bought this for myself for my birthday one year, because I wanted a physical copy of it, because all of them I have it on ebooks and audio, but I wanted a physical copy. So I reread this, and I just love this. It's just, you know, the contemporary of this is like a boss and his secretary, and they both, of course, have damaging things in their past, and they had that attraction, but they can't handle certain things. I don't know. It was really cute. I just love this book. Anyway, but that made me feel so much better because I got to read something that I thoroughly enjoyed. So then, just to recap kind of my open books really quick, I still am in the middle of The Three Musketeers. I don't know if I'm going to get to this week. I almost picked it up on Thursday or Friday, but I decided not to. I decided to go a different route, but I still, as I said, I still want to read this, and I still want to take it slow. So I will get to that. I will read that. Same thing with On the Map by Simon Garfield. Again, this is my nonfiction book on maps. And I really do want to get back to this, but I think in the next week or two, my schedule is going to be a little slower. So I can start picking this up again. It's just, when I was working so many hours, it just wasn't worth it to spend time reading this when I could be reading whatever novel I'm trying to read. Not that it worked out this week, but you know. So anyway, I'm hoping to get back to that. As I said, I was trying to read one nonfiction a month, so I might be off a little bit because this one will go into March. But hey, as I said, I'm trying to get the books that are on my top 10 list that I want. So, but on Friday, I picked up Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. This was on my February TBR, so it was actually something I knew I wanted to read this month. I got about 90 pages in. I just haven't picked it up since Friday. Saturday was super busy, so I didn't get any reading done. But I'm hoping today to either pick this back up, or I'll take it to work on Monday and have it there for that. But this is super funny about a girl and her boyfriend. They go to his family in Singapore, and it's the kind of the fallout of her meeting his family when he didn't really tell them anything about her, or that she was really coming until like last minute. So it is super fast paced so far, and so I'm really enjoying it. And again, I have the other 2 books if I like this series, so I hope so. I mean, I didn't pick them up for very much. I got them very cheap, but still. So I'm gonna read that. And then just to kind of tack on here, I got tagged in a book tag that I'm gonna probably do later this week for Kings of the Wyld. Nicholas Ames. I read this back in, I think June or July of last year. But Adosa Dandy did a book tag and tagged me in it. So I might be kind of rereading this today on my Sunday afternoon because I want to go back and figure out the answers to his questions. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Anyway, so I might be doing that later because I love this book, and Not to spoil it, I already know who my favorite character is. But I will, I want to go through and figure out the answers to that question. So I will link his video down below because I do want to, I'm probably going to do the book tag at some point, but I need to reread this. And I was going to reread this before the new book came out, but I might as well, if I feel like it today, I might pick it up. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, so that is all the books that I've read. I'm in the middle of, I DNF'd. It's been kind of a mixed bag week. I would say I read so very little page count that I've lost what I gained in the beginning part of the month when I read a lot. Now it's kind of like I've kind of lost a lot of my average of how many pages per day. I'm definitely below average at this point. So I'm not sure I can like get past that the last part of this week, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Hey, are you guys reading anything good? Are you guys having any issues with reading like I am? I hope not, because this is annoying. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.